secrets exposed, creating your own internet highway traffic jam. Traffic plus what equals sales? We're going to find out in just a second that that little blank is going to be filled in with the word conversions, because it's more than just getting traffic to your site. Once you get that traffic there, you need to convert them. Whatever the action is that you're desiring that person to take when they show up to your website, you need to convert them. That's going to equal sales. Even if it's just getting them there and converting them into a free sign up on your squeeze page, that is eventually going to be equaling sales if you do your job of building good relationships with them and setting up your back-end marketing strategy, which we've covered. But tonight we're going to be talking pretty much just traffic. We're going to start out with just a little bit talking about conversions, how to, a little bit of split testing, but not a lot on that. We just want to cover it a little bit, because what you really need to understand is that it's just not traffic. You have to be able to convert that traffic. Otherwise, it's just like somebody walking into an offline store and walking right back out without taking any kind of desired action. And that desired action usually is to buy something. And, and that's what we are after. We're not just after window shoppers. We are after a traffic jam of people that are ready to come in and ready to buy. They're interested in what we have got. So what is traffic? Traffic is basically getting people to your website. It's as simple as that. And the little picture that I got down there at the bottom, as you can see, it's kind of represents what we want coming in. We've got that little exit ramp coming, or entrance ramp in this case, coming onto this major highway and stuff here. But that's what traffic is like. It's not coming from just one stream. We need it to be coming from several different streams. Some of them are going to be coming in with just a little bit of traffic. Other ones are going to be coming in with major traffic. And it's going to also be just like if you were downtown Atlanta, Georgia, if you've ever driven down there before and during rush hour, or any major city that's got a major rush hour, all day long it's just kind of a steady traffic, but then there's certain times where you can get a massive amount of traffic all at once, where it just like brings everything to a standstill practically because there's so much. And we're going to be talking about methods that can actually bring that kind of traffic in as well, where it's not going to be traffic that's continuous like that, but there's going to be times when you use methods that are going to be a high fluctuation of traffic all at once. So what traffic is not sales. A lot of people think if you got a lot of traffic come to your website, you're making a lot of sales, and that is not the case. You have got to be able to convert that traffic. Without conversions, all you do is got a bunch of people showing up to your website. And that's not what we want. I mean, we do want people showing up to our website. We want a bunch, but we want to convert them. You need traffic that converts into sales. Without having the conversions to go along with the traffic that is coming to our site, we end up with what is called traffic death. And I don't know if you've ever heard that term before, but if you've got people coming to your websites and you're not making sales, you're not converting them, you're going to end up with what we call traffic death. Traffic death leads to some serious issues. Most sites that do not convert well are not properly search engine optimized, and that's a big reason of why they don't convert well. And part of the reason is when you get a site that's not properly search engine optimized, what happens is you get a lot of traffic sometimes, but it's not really targeted. They're not really interested. Maybe they didn't, you could have used some better keywords to actually get them there, or some better long-tailed keywords to get them there. And somebody that was more interested, somebody more that was really targeted for what you had to offer. You're not going to get your site picked up by search engines and stuff very well if you're not properly optimized. One of the other things that traffic death leads to is you won't be able to use paid traffic methods, because you're not going to be able to justify using them, because you're going to be spending a lot of money and you're not going to be getting a very good return on your investment. A lot of times people will set these their pay-per-clicks up, and pretty soon they're getting billed a big amount of money, and they have nothing left in there to actually pay that because they never made anything. They weren't able to convert. Another thing, and this is a big deal right here, you will stop getting JV partners, and the one that you have will quit promoting for you. If you continually put out sites, put out products that are out there that do not convert. You're going to have JV partners that you've got on board basically say, we're not promoting for you anymore because we never have any kind of benefit when we do promote to you. So you're going to stop getting JV partners. And not only getting them to promote for you, they'll pretty much stop, working with you and wanting to do business with you in other ways and stuff, just because they don't see you as somebody that's able to really do what you're setting out to do. So conversions are very, very important when it comes to traffic. It's not just getting somebody there, it's getting that traffic to convert for you. So what is your conversion rate for each traffic source that you have? Do you know which sources of traffic are giving you the best conversions? Most of the time, if you were to ask somebody, when you start talking about conversions, unless they really know what they're doing, most people will say, I haven't a clue. I don't even know if there's anybody showing up to my site. Or, well, I think I'm getting a few people because every once in a while somebody will opt into my list. Well, that's great, but what's it converting like? How many people are actually opting in compared to what is actually showing up to your site? And most times people say, well, probably just a little bit because I only get a few leads on my list every once in a while. And that might not be the case. You could have a high amount of traffic coming that you don't even know about. And the reason that you think there's just a little bit is only because they're not converting. You're only getting 1 or 2 people showing up. What's going to happen there is you got to figure out a way to get that to convert better. Maybe it's changing headlines. Maybe it's changing your offer, whatever it is that you need to change on that website to get them to convert. What is your conversion rate for each keywords that you have? Do you even know these? Do you even know what a keyword is? Do you know how to go out and look for keywords? But if you do you know which keywords are getting you better conversions and better traffic? Do you know what pages of your website that you are losing your visitors on? Sometimes we have a page that might be set up, have 2 or 3 pages in, and a lot of times we'll get them there to the main page, but we never get them to the place where we need them to take the action. Do you know where you're losing your visitors at? Do you know at what point you are losing your visitors when they leave your sales page? Let's say you've got a sales page or even a squeeze page set up. Do you know where, if they're leaving, do you know where that point is? Is it right away? So maybe you could change the headline. Is it just a few seconds into it? So maybe they've read the headline and maybe your story or what you're trying to capture their attention with right after the headline, maybe that's not converting. Is it down by maybe your call to action? Where is it on your page that you're losing your visitors? Do you know when that is? Do you know how long the visitors, on average stays on your page? What page of your website results in the best conversions and are making the sales? Do you know these things? Do you know where at in your process that it's actually converting if you are getting conversions? Do you make the sale and have early unsubscribes? This is a whole part of the process. Maybe your follow-up messages. Maybe you've actually made a sale. You've got somebody on your list, and then you've got somebody they're unsubscribing. Maybe they're there for just 1 or 2 emails and they're off. Maybe they're there for 6 months. Where is it in the process that you're losing people? What follow-up messages in your follow-up email series is causing them to leave, and which follow-up messages causes them to buy? These kind of things are very important to be following. You need to know when you've got your follow-up email set up, if you watch it carefully, you'll begin to notice trends, and you'll notice when people are actually starting to leave your websites. So let's say you've got a 7-series follow-up. A lot of times if you really pay attention, you can see if they're leaving right away, or if maybe they're leaving on a certain message, you get a higher unsubscribe rate during them. So maybe in that case, you would want to take that certain message and you might want to change it, add it with a different one, maybe a different offer, or maybe you've got a pitch during that message that you might want to take out and just give them some more content. These things are things that you really need to follow and take a really close look at, because otherwise, when you're working hard to get the traffic to your sites and then you don't worry about the conversions and worried about people leaving, you're just wasting all that valuable time.